Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You are at the Cryptopolitan. I'm Satoshi Sean. Glad that you're here. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. We get news reports out to you every single day. And on the weekends, at least once a day, sometimes more. Um, Also, no matter what, please crush that like button. Really helps us out. Just take a second and hit it. There's a lot to go over today. Before I start with today's news, I need to touch yesterday's news and this report right here about the MOBU and ICO bench. When I did the report, I said this. It made it a huge story with a lot of drama. Now, when I said that, I had no idea how right I was on it. I mean, I could tell from going over the story and reading the story that there was a lot of drama involved. But in me reporting on it, I mean, it's news. You know, the Cryptopolitan reported it. I went over it. So I posted my, video like I usually do on my Twitter. Satoshi Sean, or the Sean H actually is what I am on Twitter. The Sean H. But anyway, I tagged MOBU in it because I thought their community should know. They did see it, and they got with MOBU. It was retweeted a couple times with colorful questions to MOBU about it. MOBU saw the report. They commented on it, so I want to go over their comment. The person who said they were scammed in the report that they had made, they commented on it. So it's been drama all around. I was completely correct on that. So let's jump into that real quick. I want to go to the story from yesterday. Now, MOBU said to me that there's a signed contract with Yaros, that he was fired from the project, and that he claims to have founded MOBU, the name, which he did. I went over that in the story, and the story goes over that he said that he worked with him in starting the name. He was an advisor, and he advised him on the name, helping set all that up. But he can't even speak the local language, their local language. It's a one-sided story. Yaros don't want to work. ICO Bench acted as a third party, weighing both parties, and removed him as an advisor. And then he got his friends to downvote MOBU. MOBU chose. So I guess that kind of looks like, and I'm assuming that they complained to ICO Bench that it was a concerted effort to make them look bad. So that may be why those other things were removed, which went over in the story. MOBU chose Amazix over Yaros marketing firm, which he took offense at. If he was an advisor, then that's why he took offense. It's a personal matter that's more than a year old, and it's very unprofessional of him, and it's fabricated lies from him. And I said that I would go over it in the next video. This person says that it's a load of rubbish. What does local language have to do with it? But then Yaros, the person who actually, so MOBU commented, and then Yaros, the person who actually made the complaint, he said that he hasn't signed any contracts with them, that they're liars, and that if they have the contract signed by him, they should show it for proof of signature expertise. So, once again, it was definite drama. And that's the story there if you want to head over to Cryptopolitan and read on it. But I wanted to, MOBU said they denied it. They said that he was working for them, and that they fired him, that it wasn't the other way around. So I did want to put their side out there. To more disgruntled people. Oh, that did not highlight. Okay. Well, first let's go over Chainalysis. Chainalysis is a company that helps governments and corporations track cryptocurrencies, track people that use cryptocurrencies. And a disgruntled employee of the company went on Reddit and had an AMA session, which is pretty crazy. And he gave out a lot of confidential information about Chainalysis. Chainalysis is a blockchain company that works alongside government defense contractors, law enforcement, and military intelligence agencies, including the HSI, CIA, IRS, and FBI. The company's always been very secretive about its work until now. The incident of an anonymous company employee revealing secrets is it's a big deal. which they have been very secretive, which I guess, and this person says basically that the ability that they put out there is kind of exaggerated as to what they can do. And it is believed that they can do a lot. So I can definitely see that. It's kind of smart for governments and these agencies to do that, to make people think twice about trying to use cryptocurrencies to get away with stuff or to, have their privacy. So he was asked that people asked him a lot of basic, questions that you would want to know. One is they were asked about just Bitcoin mixing tools, like using the Wasabi, the Samurai, Whirlpool, and CoinJoin. And they responded that the company's management hates it to the core, that Chainalysis personally, that they like it a lot, but such stuff tends to destroy the need for their software because they can't really do anything, making it entirely irrelevant. Chainalysis stated that Wasabi was the adversary tool that they hate the most. So Wasabi Wallet, I guess they would rate as the worst one, which means it won't be one of the best for privacy, according to them. Privacy-oriented Bitcoin wallet uses CoinJoin. Moreover, the United employee was skeptical about the government can ever really bring Wasabi legally down. Kind of a big deal. And it really does make me feel a little better about cryptocurrency in general. Speaking about feeling better about crypto in general, Twitch is bringing back Bitcoin payments to their platform. Twitch is like a streaming channel, if you don't know about it, for like video gamers and other people who stream. And they used to take Bitcoin for tips and donations and stuff like that. And they stopped for a little bit. It's been close to a year. But as Bitcoin goes up in value, money fixes everything, and they're bringing it back. This is something I want to go over. It's a couple days old, but just to kind of hit this little button here again, we have coin analysis on Cryptopolitan, updated constantly. Tron price analysis from a couple days ago, that it should maintain 4 cents resistance, but it said if it drops below the 4 cents, that it's going to go down before Friday. It's going to go down to under 3.38, which it did drop below. And if you'd have bought if you bought, put in your orders, then you'd have been done really well, because it went down to 3.2 or held off to buy in, because it was going to go down to below the 4. All right. And Ukrainian police, this is kind of a crazy story. I thought this was funny. I'll tell you why in the end. But Ukrainian police are investigating a crypto mining plot in the state judicial administration. So the Ukrainian state judicial administration has been hit by a malware designed to hijack the facility's computing power for multiple devices stationed in its data centers and offices. Basically, it's a mining malware that mines Monero. The malware was used was MinerGate. It was designed to conduct hack attacks on the internal servers without having you don't have to upload any files into the device or be connected to the network. So they mine Monero now. According to researchers, the mining operations were underway for more than 6 months. So it was back in January before they were discovered. Experts now work to discover the built-in wallets were being used by the hackers in order to trace them accordingly. So that's, all right, that's a story. But the funny thing is that they didn't really steal anything that they had, except for computing power. So, I mean, kind of electricity, kind of really not. So since they didn't really steal anything, due to Ukrainian law, the hackers would simply pay a fine or surrender their equipment if they were conducting illegal mining operations. But an unauthorized entrance onto a state server is sure to constitute at least a few years in prison, and the confiscation of all assets mined. So if there's a way they could get around that, illegally entering the system, I guess if it was an employee, they didn't really illegally enter the system. So I mean, that wouldn't apply. They would just have to give up their hardware, which is hilarious. It really is. Lastly, this is cool and a little weird. Saudi Arabia is testing ATM face recognition technology with blockchain. Now, this is for regular ATMs, and I think it's going to be in the United States. Al Haramain Universal is one of Saudi Arabia's largest ATM providers, and it has partnered up with US-based identity platform ShowCard in order to introduce a completely revamped method of the ATMs in the country. I guess that would be the United States and Saudi Arabia, because we're such good buddies. According to research, U.S. citizens suffered as many as $60 million in credit card theft last year. That's a lot of money. So this new project is currently being tested on numerous ATMs in the country. According to ShowCard, the algorithm will try to calculate an individual's resemblance, the input made in the ATM, without having to connect to the bank's database. So it will all be done with help of the blockchain. So the identity and facial recognition will be on the blockchain. So the actual confirmation of the person wouldn't have to connect to the bank's database. It would connect to the blockchain. And then that would, it's a biometrics that would unlock the use of the card. So if someone steals your card, even if they have their PIN number, they won't be able to use it without the facial recognition or you being there, unless they chop your head off, as well as steal your card. I don't know why they wouldn't use FaceSetter. Probably because they know Sean holds a bunch of FaceSetter tokens. Thanks, Saudi Arabia. But it is kind of cool. It's going to save people a lot of money in theft, because people don't just have to steal your credit card number. They'd have to have your face as well. So pretty cool. That's about it for today. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow. I'm Satoshi Sean. I'll see you in the next video.